Hello and welcome to Demon Interviews, episode 99. Woo! I'm your host, Springy.
I am JC.
I'm your co-host, the Real Dimes 20 on TikTok.
And that's our special guest, JC.
Yes.
And, so, first of all, I would like to ask, how is your day today, JC?
It's been pretty good. It is a beautiful sunshiny day, like me. I had a good breakfast, got my good workout in, and yeah, everything's all peaches and cream.
Awesome. Well, we'll go into the first question, which is going to be, would you rather eat Cheetos or go on a hike?
Can I substitute Cheetos for Takis?
Sure.
I would take the Takis because I just went for a long hike and man, it was brutal.
Awesome.
Okay. So obviously you're a cosplayer. Obviously.
Yes, I think I am. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Last we checked.
Last we checked. So my first question is, what is the one thing you want people to know about your cosplays?
One thing that I let everyone know about my cosplay is that I just do it for the sake of having fun. I also just want to be that character for the day. You know, just escape reality to not worry about like everyday life, have to worry about work or school or just taking care of laundry or whatever of that nature. Just be like, hey, I'm just gonna be the character for the day, and yeah, that's what I do. And yeah, I'm just there to have fun.
Okay.
That's awesome to hear.
Makes sense.
The next question is going to be, have you ever been interviewed like this before?
Not necessarily like this before. I've been to conventions where there are a couple YouTubers or podcasters that have their cameras out or whatever, and they'd be like, "Hey, can I pull you aside for a second to ask you some questions?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure. I can answer that for you." Like I've done a few. I've done a few at Dallas Fan Expo. I've done a few at A-Kon or AnimeCon here in Texas, and I think there was one person in KatsuCon in 2018 that I did an interview with. But something like this is my actual first one.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Another question is TikTok the only place you do cosplays?
TikTok is where I mainly do all my cosplays, but I try to upload some content onto Instagram. Granted, I don't have actual photo evidence of doing so, and I rather have like the professionally done photos to post on Instagram. Otherwise, I'll just suck it up and just post a TikTok on Instagram or something like that. But I actually do need to get into the habit of taking more selfies as in the cosplay and posting more stuff on Instagram. But yeah, most of my stuff is on TikTok.
Awesome. Well, the next question is going to be, do you have any other new cosplays planned to do that you're able to tell us about without us giving you a small fee of $5?
Oh man, I was gonna ask if you could subscribe to my Patreon. Dang it! Okay, I don't have one set up yet, but I plan on doing so. As far as like cosplays that I want to talk about, I have a page called Bardarian Bros, and yes, it is Bard and Barbarian mixed together. With a friend of mine by the name of Jester King Riot. Me and him, we actually have a couple of pairing cosplays planned. One of them is Miguel and Tulio from the Road to El Dorado. I have my Spider-Punk cosplay that I already have out. But he has a symbiote Spider-Punk cosplay that we're gonna be both doing together. And then there's Shaggy and Scooby. And then there's a pair of characters that I can't necessarily disclose yet, but for anyone who follows me on TikTok, you will definitely see because it is time for him to come out and play.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun to see.
Okay.
That's only like a few off the top of my head that I can disclose. as far as anything else, I do have an interest of doing some Fate Stay Night cosplay. I want to do Lancer, and I think eventually I want to do Shio or Emiya when he's in his archer form.
Okay,
Awesome.
makes sense.
That's amazing. I have to say that.
Yeah, yeah. Another question from me is, how are you or some of your characters you cosplay alike, and how are they different?
Oh, it's simple. I always cosplay the idiots. Like usually, like honestly, like I cosplay to the ones I actually relate to the most. Obviously, it's Sun Wukong from Ruby. He's a character that I absolutely fell in love with since day one when I saw him come off the boat in Volume One, winking to Blake. I was like, oh, this guy, he seems interesting. But then when we actually got to see him talk and act out, I was like, yeah, this guy I relate to like a whole like completely relate to because this guy's charismatic. He's impulsive. He is charming. He is just a straight up dork, and that's basically everything that I am about Sun. And that's why like everyone on TikTok calls me like the canon Sun, which like I don't feel like I've earned the title just yet, but I've embraced it. Um, because I know there's like other Sun Wukong cosplayers that are like they have the look, but everyone's like, no, not every Sun Wukong cosplayer has the charismatic energy that you do, JC. Like you got the energy of Sun, you got the look for it. It's like, calm down now. I'm just another cosplayer doing a character, but Sun is definitely someone I relate to. Another character I relate to is Cassiel from Supernatural because he was actually my very first impromptu cosplay. Basically, it was just like suit and tie and trench coat. The trench coat was actually the most hardest thing to find, believe it or not, because I had to like hit up multiple thrift shops in order to get the right one that like fit me or one that wasn't a woman's size.
Oh yeah.
Because if you go to like any thrift shop here, if you're trying to get a trench coat for a man, like a tan one instead of a black one, like Matrix one, if you're going for a straight tan trench coat, it is very difficult to find one that is for a man's size because it's mostly like a woman's apparel, according to a thrift shop. But if you go on Amazon, either one is like it's like you have to spend like an arm and a leg just to get the actual trench coat that you want.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, Cassio is also another one. One that I also hold dear to my heart because it's from my childhood is Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible series. I love cosplaying him. I love getting recognized as Ron Stoppable because it's like he's one of those characters that you can't help but fall in love with because he's an idiot, but he's also like kind and endearing. Plus, he's the only guy that actually got out of the friend zone. So I mean, let's give him some applause for right there.
Definitely.
So that's he's well he's they're those three are my favorites.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, the next question, next thing I'm going to say, it's a stereotypical YouTube thing. You hear every single YouTube video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you have any questions for our lovely guest here. If they ever come back on the show, and if your questions are appropriate, then we will ask them your questions.
Yeah, if you don't like, subscribe, and comment on this video, I'm gonna throw a banana at you personally.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So the next actual
That would
question
be
is
awesome.
going to be, why did you start TikTok /Musically in the first place?
So like every other TikTok person that actually downloaded it, I downloaded it as a joke. Just to see what the hell TikTok was about. Because when it was known as Musically, I was watching YouTube videos and there was like these cosplayers in the anime idol girl ones that goes like, I don't care what people say, the rush is what that song right there. And I was like, oh my god, what is this stupid app? It looks so stupid. Whatever. It's like click next, whatever. I don't care. I'm trying to watch my Markiplier videos or my Game Grump videos. I'm trying to watch that, man. I'm trying to watch the latest Game Theory. All of a sudden that comes, I was like, whatever. And then it wasn't until Katsu 2018 that I found out that a couple of friends, a couple of cosplayer friends, have TikTok, and I was like, okay, what is this? What is TikTok? Is this like the same thing as Musically? He's like, oh no, Musically became TikTok. I was like, okay, whatever. Let me see what it is. And then I was scrolling through it on their phone. I was like, okay, this is kind of like Vine, except oh wait, it's exactly like Vine except better. Okay, so I was like, all right, I'll download it just to check out a few videos, whatever. And then I started to experiment with some of the effects on there, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. And I put out a couple of ones that were in my normal self, and then I actually started to introduce cosplay into it. Starting off with a couple of Sun Wukong videos I already had pre-recorded and pre-made. One of them, a couple of them are actually still on my TikTok. If not, then I actually need to re-upload it because the whole, oh, we're getting rid of TikTok. Everyone save your videos, blah 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 blah. So, but if it's not on there, I'm gonna re-upload it soon. But yeah, downloaded TikTok as a joke, and I immediately fell in love with it since.
Yeah, that makes complete sense to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Katsu 2019.
Oh,
I am so sorry. It is Katsu 2019. That was my very first one. If I said 2018, disregard that. I meant 2019.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we can't edit things because we don't have an editor.
Just like section out that one part.
So, all things are not edited.
Put it somewhere else.
Lovely.
If only I knew how.
Just like it's like Katsu of 2019.
2019.
Just like a random beat.
Anywho, Dennis, you're up.
Yeah. Did you create any of your cosplays for TikTok, or did you already have them?
I already had them before, but I think, technically speaking, Spider-Punk was one I actually kind of did create for TikTok because there's like a lot of good spiders on TikTok. There's like a hell of a lot of good spiders on there, and I've only met like at least 2 of them in person, and they're just like the greatest people I've ever come into contact with. And I hope that I get to meet the one guy who's famous for doing Miles Morales on TikTok. I hope to meet him in person because that guy, he's like, he's like the perfect. In my opinion, he's like the perfect Miles, if anything, because he's teamed up with other spiders on TikTok, and the spiders cosplay community. It's so fascinating. It's so beautiful, and I love every single one of them. And I hope that as a fellow spider, when I meet them in Spider-Punk, I can join their fun and their videos, and I can be welcomed as a fellow spider.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
But,
yeah. I tried doing a cosplay of Spider-Nor because I wanted to get close with Spider-Nor because I loved it when they brought it into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
And I actually have a trench coat right now. But it's not the same size that I need to because the sleeves are too big for me that it cuts off like the partial of my hand. So I need to find a different trench coat that is not a medium and go for a small.
It's interesting because
but yeah, I couldn't.
I was gonna say it's interesting because Spider-Nor on Spider-Verse, like I was actually impressed by the look as compared to what he actually looks like in the comics and the video games, where he just looks like a straight up Splinter Cell type secret agent kind of dude, versus this guy who's wearing a trench coat and a fedora. It's like, yo, I like the trench coat and fedora better.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like it spotted me ahead after I've seen like a lot of Spider-Man and Spider-Women and all that. So I'm like, all right, I want to give it a shot. Yeah, I lay off Spider-Nor until I can make him more best.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the thing we're doing.
The next question is going to be, what is the hardest thing about getting into one of your cosplays?
The hardest thing about getting into cosplay is, well, it depends if it requires body paint or not, because the only other cosplay that I've ever done once as a one-shot and will probably never do again until further notice was Marshall Lee from Adventure Time. That was just like something I wanted to do because like I already had gray face paint on my person at the time, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I already have a cheap-ass wig. I'll put it on, and then I was going off this hipster look that I saw on a fan art on a subreddit for Adventure Time, and I was like, okay, he's got the beanie, he's got the glasses, whatever. I'll do like the hipster version, and then that was my very first time doing face paint or body paint of that nature, and I wasn't necessarily sure what to do, and it took me like about it took me about 2 hours just to put it on and perfect it, because I ended up having to wash like a good portion of it off because some parts were too gray, some parts were too light, and just for anyone who is experimenting with body paint, baby powder is your best friend. But do not go overboard with it, because it will turn the color from like the color you're trying to go for into like a lighter cake version. Because the day that I actually did do Marshall Lee was the day that the Ruby Girls were in Dallas Fan Expo, and this is a line that sticks with me to this day. But I went up to the table, got signatures on a poster, and then Barbara Dunkelman, she's a freaking being. I love her. She, for the life of me, comes up with this. She says, "Oh my god, it looks like someone blew you," because my face paint made it look like my face was blue, and I was like, "Oh my god, Barbara, just why? Just god damn it, Barb." Had a good laugh. She's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good laugh.
But other than that,
Okay.
any other cosplay is pretty much easy. I think the other difficult one would be Spider-Punk, only because it's just a straight up Zentai suit that I would have to like zip up myself, because I have the one that's on the spine zipper on the back, and then I have the forearm zippers, and then yeah, everything else though it's pretty simple.
Well, that's awesome to hear.
Nice. Yep. Okay, next question is for me is, what is the biggest misconception about you or your cosplays?
Define misconception.
Hold on, I'll pull up the Google definition.
I mean, like, I know what the word means, but I'm like,
Yeah.
as far as this context goes.
Probably like, thinking that, like, probably be like, you're cosplaying one character, but somebody thinks you're being something else or something like that.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So, this guy, well, I get this a lot, but as of recently, when I do cosplay of Sun Wukong, it's either one of the two. I'm either Bakugo from My Hero Academia, or I'm that one blonde guy from Final Fantasy 15. So it's like, no, I'm not. I mean, because Bakugo doesn't have a wagging tail, a furry tail, and Prompto, or I think that's his name. He's like all dressed in like black, and he wears a kilt. He wears a kilt. I'm in jeans, man. Like, what do you think I'm doing? But that's probably like the one cosplay I get confused with a lot. There was, when I did cosplay Castiel, there was like a couple comments where it was like, "Oh my god, it's John Constantine." I was like, almost, but not really.
Not really. If someone were ever to dress up as Constantine from the DC universe, I freaking would love that.
Yeah, because I think the difference is between Castiel and Constantine is Constantine wears a red tie. Castiel is straight up blue.
Yeah.
But nowadays, when I do Castiel, like I carry the sign with me that has like both front and a back sign that says, one sign that says, "If lost, return to Dean," and the other says, "Totally not Lucifer," with the O having a pentagram on it.
That's awesome.
That's definitely awesome. Your turn, bro.
Yep. So the next question is coming from one of our past guests, a Mr. Zoom _2028. Bacon? ?
Totally. Are we having it with cheese?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese. Let's go. I mean, yeah, I'm totally one for bacon. I support Team Bacon.
Awesome. Team Bacon.
Bacon. Okay. This question is coming from me, and this is the one thing on TikTok that we always get every time that we just hate, see, and delete all the time. What's the best compliment you've gotten from your cosplays or yourself in general?
Well, a lot of them from some of the cosplay videos. A lot of them from Sun Wukong videos, because that's literally the character I mainly post. I'm trying to get into the habit of posting other characters. So, I'm trying to get more into the Spider-Punk cosplay more often, because like I need to do more. But it's like I need to wash the suit, and then when I do wash the suit, it's like I don't want to get into it. I'm too lazy. But um, most of the stuff comes from Sun Wukong, and I think a majority of the comments are like, Canon Sun, this is beautiful or whatever. But then there's like a good handful of comments like, you're so hot or you're so sexy as Sun. It's like, chill. Let's chill, man. Let's
Yeah.
let's keep it PG, everyone. Like, I understand that if I look a certain way, if I appeal to you in a certain way, but it's like, I um woo, let's take it down a notch. But yeah, like it's just a good handful of that. But most of the time, it's just genuine positivity. It's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's great cosplay. I love your son. Your videos make my day. And I've actually gotten like 2 or 3 videos that have been tagged that have me tagged that say, this is for JC. Your videos mean so much to me. You're like one of my favorite cosplayers here on the app. And I literally choke up, or I kind of like shed some tears whenever I see it. It's like, yo, I am just this guy who's just making this for fun. I'm just here to make, like, I'm just someone who's trying to make you laugh. If I don't make you laugh, I'm going to make you laugh at me. That's literally my motto. And I apparently have affected so many people, and I'm pretty damn proud of it, because it's something that I never thought would happen. Because I mean, I was expecting like a good like tens, like a couple tens of people, but like I would probably say like maybe a good 100 or over 100 people I've have affected, like in a more positive way. I've inspired them to do cosplay. I've inspired them to be more happy, or be more cheerful with themselves, because it's nowadays it's like, it's a hard thing to like come by, that positivity or that sort of happiness. And I'm just wanting to make sure that everyone gets that fair share of serotonin in their brain.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. That's the thing with me, because my cosplays are very different. Mine does like OC work. I create my own cosplay, and then instantly on my lives, people ask me, like, "Can I cosplay your cosplay?" I'm like, "No, I own this cosplay. You can't do shit to my cosplay." And it's like, I want to be this person's son, this one's daughter. No, unless you come to me for actual no, you ain't doing shit to me or ruining my cosplay in general.
Yep.
That's a fair observation, honestly.
Oh yeah, and this is on my live. That's more fun.
I mean, like, fan art is one thing, but to be like, hey, yo, can I cosplay your OC? That's like, it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of disrespectful in a way, because it's like you're cosplaying someone's other like original character that they put like time and work into, and yet you're gonna make it seem like, oh, I like that. I want to do it. I want to do it this time. That's me. Like, I mean, I respect you for like trying, but at the same time, like, the audacity, my dude, the audacity.
Yeah, the audacity of like, and plus, I've gotten this so many times from people. Do you ever get the feeling when someone will comment saying one of your OCs versus another OC? Does that ever happen on your lives or anything at all on your videos?
No, not so much. I mean, as far as that context goes, no. I've actually gotten like a couple of, or not. I haven't gotten a couple. I've only got like maybe 2 or 3 incidents where it's like that. It's like, hey, who would win a fight, Sun or this other person? As far as like that goes, it's something of that nature. But as for like, talk about like your OC versus this other OC, nothing of that yet.
Yeah, that's over all of my life. Literally non-stop. It's endless of Jar Jar versus Jarmak or Jarmak versus Kronos. This, and I'm like,
My condolences.
do I have the audacity to explain it to you? Why do I have to explain it to you when it's nothing? They're my OCs. I can put them in a fight if I want to.
Yeah. Well, the next question. kind of just going back on
Don't
topic a little bit. It's going to be coming from a past guest as well, a Harley F. Quinn. What are those?
They're my Crocs.
I knew that was
Solid
coming.
answer. Solid answer.
That's
The last
literally-
time, if you've not seen if you've not seen the episode when my buddy Ashton interviewed me with that, I kind of like did this. Give me a second.
No. Yep.
When he asked me this, I was these are my boots.
Very nice. Very nice. Very tasty.
Let's go right up your butt. Anyway, set that aside. I'm sorry, audio just cut off for a quick moment.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah. No, it's just like
Oh,
awkward silence here.
I guess, yeah. I guess I'll ask a question from the past guest. This one is from Charlie_Arison99 on Instagram. What is one thing you regret doing on camera?
It's like, yeah, interview's over now, so no.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Actually, hold on. I actually need to think about this because there might have been like a couple of moments where I've had those thoughts. No. There is one specific TikTok that I regret doing because of the freaking audio, and I was basically the audio of SpongeBob where it's like, and why aren't you in your uniform? And then sure enough, something else comes back into the frame wearing a different outfit, and it's either goes one of two ways. It either goes or one of three ways. One is where it's like normal person, and then comes back in like another outfit where it's like, oh, this is like actually pretty cool, or that actually looks fashionable, or person comes back in frame wearing a cosplay, or someone comes back into the frame wearing a maid outfit in tribute to the SpongeBob episode. So I did something that was option number 3, where it was a maid uniform, but I kind of just took the Magic Mike route with it. So basically I was basically wearing some impromptu booty shorts. And yeah, I kind of regret it, but at the same time, the reactions that came out of it was like, yeah, this was to be expected. And I think that's like the one thing I regret doing on camera.
Understandable.
Yeah. Ashton, have you done anything regretful on camera?
I have. Nothing like that. But
What's that?
the episode is not about me. Not about me.
Yeah.
We're all sharing. We're all here.
Yeah, so to anyone who's watching this, if you follow me on TikTok, if you don't follow me on TikTok, go to my TikTok page and just scroll through. It is literally the thumbnail of me holding up a tray that says, "I hope you like what happens next."
That thumbnail works perfectly with that video.
Yeah, I don't give the product out just yet. I tease them. I try to work the thumbnail to my liking.
You dangled.
That's
That's great. And of course, everything, any social media for our lovely guest will be in the description below.
Yes.
But checking on time, checking everything at once. Yep. So I would say one more question each, and then we'll go into the final 4 questions. So my first of the final before the final ones is going to be, who is your biggest inspiration on or off TikTok / Musically?
On TikTok, it's this. Oh man, it's this guy. Hold on, let me actually. He does like a lot of Jim Carrey impressions, and Jim Carrey is like one of my favorite actors up to date. Like he's been one
Oh,
of my
was it
favorite
Hot
actors.
Peppers? Was it Hot Peppers?
Hot Peppers, yes, that guy.
Hey, got
That guy, he's like one of the biggest inspirations for me because his facial expressions and his freaking eyebrow movements, man. Like I
Oh,
strive to get that. I strive to get that
they're
sort of
fucking
creativity,
hilarious.
that strive
They're fucking
get that
hilarious.
control. It's Hot Peppers is like one of my biggest influencers when it comes to my videos, and the minute I discovered him, I was like, yo, this guy, he's on that level. He's like the next Jim Carrey, if anything. He's got that charismatic energy, and I love it. Um, Another one, as far as like I got like three people that come to mind when it comes to cosplay. One of them is Rain Emery. The other is I'm Caroline, and the other is oh my god, the name escapes me. Jennings Browser, I think, or
Yeah.
Jennings Browns. The guy, he's known for doing a Lucifer cosplay, and he's like one of my favorite ones.
I know you're
Well,
talking
see his
about. I know you're
episode. That's episode
about.
90. I don't know. Shameless plug, but I don't remember what it is.
Well, then I have to
I
watch
will
that then.
check. I will check it out.
And well, but yeah, that's awesome to hear. I have to say that. So
Actually, shout out to Mangaloo. Shout out to Lab Naked Mangaloo. Best Ruby cosplay out there.
ooh, awesome. Well, Dennis, what number is it? Find for 6. It's not.
Still looking. Still looking.
Not that far down.
Yeah, we
It's not like episode 20. It's like it's a big number. I know that. Like it's not that far down.
87.
87.
87.
87.
I was close.
87.
But now it's Dennis's final question for today.
Yes, my final question is, who from TikTok would you like to do a collab with in real life?
So many people. So many people come into play. But just
We're
off
all
the
in
top
the
of my
same
head,
circle.
I'll
We're
just
all in the
list.
same circle.
I'll just list. I can't talk today. Why? I'll list 5 people off the top of my head. One of them is Lolly Tiger Pony, aka the demon girl chick who does Valerie, or Val. The other would be Wes Rez, only because I'm such good. I'm friends with her in real life. I would love to do more stuff with Rain Emery. Jennings Browser or Bounty. I don't know if I'm saying his last part right, but yeah. I would like to do collaboration with him, and the Snickle, the guy with the
I know
One
what you're
sounds
talking
like
about.
this.
I know
One
what you're
talks
talking
like this,
about.
and like has a very deep growl, like kind of thing, and he just like has a very manly voice.
Yeah,
That guy,
that guy, yeah.
I would love to do some collaborations with him. He's like, I feel like he would be like the most wholesome guy you would ever
Oh,
meet.
yeah. He's so funny.
That is awesome. Well, so now we're going to be going into the final 4 questions. If I knew how to edit, I would put an infographic right here. But I don't. So, the first question is, do you have any questions for me, Dennis, or about the show in general?
Regarding the show, like, do you guys plan on interviewing some like more, or if you can get a hold of them, like more famous TikTok people?
Yes, that is where we get most of our candidates for the show from. We have quite a few, like we have quite a few. We have a good archive. We have about 99. We have about 98 guests that's been on the show.
Nice.
But yeah, we are definitely trying our best to get more people on the show.
Awesome. Another question would be like, do you guys go to conventions and do like interviews regarding this?
Oh, that is our plans. that is the plan that we wish to do. But yet, there's no conventions going on right now.
Obviously.
Me and him
Yeah.
live on two different sides of the United States.
Well, I mean, if anything, this is something that I learned from like starting out. You can always use like your phone and then use like the voice recording app or the or voice memo app on your phone and use it as a microphone. And then just if you get the editing software in your hands, you can just sync up the video with the audio that matches up.
Awesome.
So you don't necessarily have to have like the whole handheld and then professional microphone. You don't have to have that just yet. I mean, I'm grateful that I even have a handheld camera because if I ever start to do interviews again, or if I actually get into the habit of doing it, I'm just gonna be doing video camera and then phone with a microphone.
Well, that's awesome.
Uh,
Is there anything else you'd like to ask before we go on to the final three?
What other content do you guys plan on doing with the channel?
Well, right now, the plan, other than episode 100 and 101 being, woo, special, next week,
yeah.
week after that, we are planning on doing some other, like re-interviewing some cosplayers, but them being their characters. Like, for example, like, we would re-interview you, but instead of you being you, you would be Sun or Spider-Punk or so on and so forth.
I like that.
And there would be
Like
a
that.
thing in the description saying, we are not actually a part of any of this. This is the cosplayer's interpretation of this character and what they would say. So
Got
we
it.
don't-
Like the whole ask your character panel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love those type of panels. It's so interesting to hear those because the last one I read, the last one I watched on YouTube was the one from 2018. It was in Hawaii, and Urza Scarlet was there, and Colleen Klingenberg, and then Todd Habercorn, who do Natsu and Urza from Fairy Tail. They did the whole ask a character anything, and it was pretty much hilarious because one of the questions was, would you date Tony Stark to Urza? It's like, I don't know, but he is kind of hot, so maybe. And it's like, yeah, that's the kind of energy I strive to live for.
Yeah.
And hopefully, my big plans for that type of thing would be like get like whole Ruby teams together.
Oh,
So-
of course. That's even better because you get more chaos that way.
That would be fun. But
Chaos.
that is all we have planned to do. We just released merchandise. Shameless plug. That's the end of the plug. Anywho,
Buy the merch.
buy the merch. That's pretty much what we've been
Yes,
doing.
go buy our Demon
Buy
Review
it.
merch on the
But,
link in the description below.
Exactly. But anywho, anything else you'd like to ask before we continue on?
No, not really. No, I think that pretty much sums it up for the time being. I think.
Awesome. Well, now we're
Alright.
going to the final three questions. The first question is going to be, would you ever like to come back to the show?
Oh yes, this is very much entertaining. I would very much like to come back.
Awesome. Well, the next question is going to be, who would you like to see on the show in the future?
If you can get a hold of Rain Emery, that would be great. I think another person I would probably like to see on here, who would probably enjoy these questions, would be a guy that I'm close friends with by the name of Wrecked Ryan. He's basically my my pairing Neptune to my son. He would probably take interest in this. And then I think one more person let's see. One more person that comes to mind would be Rage Zombie.
Ooh.
Yeah, the known for her Yeehaw Yang on TikTok.
Awesome. Well, the final question for today is going to be, do you have any questions for a future guest?
Okay, yeah. just one or two questions? Like how many?
You can ask 1. You can ask 27. But remember, I'm going to
Well,
down.
question number 374.
Exactly. I don't know, maximum of 3. I don't know. Usually.
Okay, let's see. I think one question I'll start off with is, how much has cosplay affected your life? Would be one. Another would be, where would you be without cosplay? And another would be, oh man, like I actually want to make this last one like meaningful. I think the last one would be, how many friends have you gained since cosplaying?
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Those are all really awesome questions, I have to say. And I will definitely write them down and put them on a list.
Or better yet, let me edit that question. That last one. How many friends have you gained, and how many good memories came from it since cosplaying?
Well, that
Okay,
sounds awesome.
that's a good one. That's
a good one.
That
So-
sounds awesome. Yeah.
Now we're at the end of the show, so don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Don't forget to follow JC on all of those social media, which will be in the description below. And thank you so much, JC, for being on the show. I do appreciate it.
No problem, man. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Dennis, for being a fool as always.
Wear
And
your masks.
oh well, yeah, do that as well. Definitely wear your masks when you're out in public. But thank you all for watching, and at least I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.